Hey, what's up guys? My name's Royce. Thanks for tuning in, and today we're going to look at how to easily import your photos into Adobe's Lightroom app on iPad using Apple's Shortcuts app. Now, if you're asking yourself, what is the Shortcuts app? I don't even know what that is. Pretty much, Apple released a new app in iOS 12 last September called Shortcuts that allows your iPhone and iPad to run a whole bunch of tasks all at the same time to accomplish a goal. So for this situation, our shortcut would allow us to import our photos into our iPad and then automatically put those photos into Lightroom without us having to select anything. And then once those are imported into Lightroom, then it automatically deletes those same photos from the Photos app. Because as we all know, there's nothing more frustrating than trying to select all your photos, importing, and then going back to photos and then deleting everything, because you don't want all that stuff in your camera roll. You just want to import your stuff so you can edit them, do what you need to do if you're doing this professionally. This will now allow you to do that without having to fill up your camera roll with all your stuff, and now you're mixing your personal life with your professional life, and you know, it makes life a little bit better. And what's cool about the Shortcuts app, it can be used for any type of situation to help speed your workflow up, but of course in this situation we'll just limit it to Lightroom, so the best way to show you guys is to just go through this step by step. So let's start it. Alright, so now we got the iPad up. You can see we have the Photos app, Lightroom, and the Shortcuts app. Now, if you don't have this on your phone or your iPad, don't freak out. You can just go to the App Store and download it. It's free. So first thing, of course, you're going to need some type of card reader or something you can plug into your iPad. Of course, now the iPad's USB-C. So I have here is my USB-C card reader by SanDisk. Right, here we go. We'll wait for the import screen to pop up in the Photos app. Now, these are all checked already because I had already imported this and done this whole workflow. But what you'll want to do is go ahead and hit Import All. Duplicates found, of course, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about that. And then it'll import all your photos. All right, and once import is complete, you'll get the would you like to delete, blah, blah, blah. But we'll keep them because I like to keep them. I feel nervous whenever I'm going to delete stuff. So I'll keep that, and now these are in here. So now that we did that, there are a couple ways you can actually run this shortcut, which is really cool. But what I'll do is I'll show you first how it all works. So we'll go into the Shortcuts app over here. And as you can see over here on the right, this is the Shortcuts workflow. So it's called Import to Lightroom. And this is kind of the order of operations here. So first, when we run this shortcut, it will look for the last set of imports, which I just did. So it'll look for those photos as they were the last photos that I imported. Then once that's done, it'll run to the next task, which is to import into Lightroom. And then that's the great part about it is it'll do both of those things at the same time. And what's even better is there is an option to apply presets while you import into Lightroom. So you can choose the preset group. You can change it to black and white, color, creative, curve, grain, all this cool stuff. Or you can select down here, ask when run, and it'll ask you what you want to, what preset you want to do when it runs. And then same here, this preset, high contrast, matte, natural, vivid, ask when run. So it's a cool way to apply those effects right out the get-go as they're being imported, which will help speed up some stuff. But what I'll do is I'll just turn those off for now. Then once that's done, once it's done importing into Lightroom, it'll run to the next task, which is to delete the photos in the Photos album. So then that way you don't have to go back manually and select blah, 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 and do that. So this shortcut will do that on its own. It'll know right after it's done importing into Lightroom to then delete the photos from your Photos app. Then once that's done, the final task is then to open the Lightroom app because, you know, you want to work in there. So it'll run all these tasks at the same time. So hopefully the shortcut name is starting to click a little bit if it wasn't before. All I'd have to do is hit this play button here, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit done because this is the edit section. This is where you actually go in and customize the shortcut. I'm going to hit done. This is your actual shortcuts, your layouts here for all the shortcuts that you have. These are my shortcuts here. This is how you would normally run it once it's all set up. So again, once you click on the Shortcuts app, all you have to do is hit Import to Lightroom here at the bottom, and it'll start the process. So as you can see, it already found the last imports that I did and imported it into Lightroom. So we're already on the step where it's asking me to delete these photos. That quick, right? It's awesome. So I'm going to hit delete, open up Lightroom, and there we go. Photos are there. What? Video's done. We ain't got nothing to talk about. It's over. No, I'm kidding. There's some more. There's some more. All right, so I went ahead and re-imported the photos again. And now what I want to show you is a cool little trick to kind of speed up the process even more. So we'll go into Shortcuts app. We'll go into our editor for our import to Lightroom shortcut. And we'll click on this little settings toggle up in the top right below done. And we'll scroll down. And you see here where it says add to home screen. So we're going to click that. And it says tap on the share button on the top right of the screen, and then tap add to home screen. So we'll just look for that here, add to home screen. Add. There we go. So now the shortcut has been added literally to the home screen. So all I have to do now to run that whole process again, just tap on that. And it'll run the shortcut. Bam, we're deleting the photos already. And they're in Lightroom. Bruh. Come on. So yeah, as you can see, the Shortcuts app makes this process really easy. Another way you can do this is if you go over to your notification center, if you have the Shortcuts widget activated in the notification center, you can see right here, import to Lightroom. You can just do it from there. Or if you just want to have Siri do it, you just be like, import to Lightroom. And it'll run the shortcut for you. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Bam. We in there. We are in there, guys. It's just... So obviously this is awesome, but there is one thing to note with this shortcut. This shortcut will import RAW or JPEG images. However, if you try to import a RAW plus JPEG image, it'll just import the JPEG image. It won't import both at the same time. So to do that properly, you would have to import all the RAW images or all the JPEG images separately. And the only other limitation about this shortcut is that if you're somebody who has your own custom presets that you use in Lightroom and you're wondering if you can utilize those presets during the import process in the Shortcuts app, if you have that enabled, unfortunately right now you can't. It's just limited to Lightroom's stock presets at the moment, but hopefully that will change in the future. I also wanted to point out that the shortcut isn't just limited to importing your last import from your camera. You also can utilize this shortcut with photos that are already in your album, your photo album. So one way to do that is you can customize this function here. So where it says get last import, we can just take that out and then move, where'd it go? Let's search for this, search for photos, select photos. So then we can just drag that up there and then we'll turn on select multiple. And so what that allows us to do is when we run this function, it'll just pull up all your photo albums. So you literally can just scroll through and then select your photos that way and then import to Lightroom the same way you would as if you were importing from a SD card or something like that. So yeah, so it's not just limited to your most recent import. You can customize this to select photos, to a whole bunch of other stuff. So that's what's fun about the Shortcuts app. You can just kind of just go through this, mess around, and just see what kind of crazy complications you can come up with. Now, if you're watching this video and you're like, yeah, cool, Royce, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go into shortcuts and make shortcuts from things and that makes it do other things. I'm not going to do that, but I still want to have that feature. Is there another way? Well, yes, there is. You're in luck. Another cool thing about the Shortcuts app is you can actually share shortcuts with other people. So what I can do is I will share a link to the shortcuts, to the Lightroom shortcut that I made. I'll leave a link to that in the description. So once you guys download the Shortcuts app, just click on my link. It'll open up the app for you, and then you just have to just add it into your thing. And then, boom, done deal. You're welcome. And that's how you can easily import your photos into Lightroom using the Shortcuts app. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a like. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. I make a lot of videos like this, and there are going to be more to come. So yeah, so I'd really appreciate it. And also, too, if you have been noticing my shirts and things like that, if you think this is my company logo, if you think it's cool, I'm actually starting to sell this online on my website. If you want to go ahead and grab yourself a shirt, I would love you forever, because that will help support my channel. You can go to my website, rockyeproductions.com. That's ROCYE Productions.com. You'll see only one option pop up because I'm just getting started. More will come. Don't judge me. Whatever. Just click on the shirt. And when you click on it, I at least got two options, two color options. You can have white or black. Yeah, so whichever one you guys like. I got different sizes for different people because we're all different sizes, and it's all beautiful because it's the world. So yeah, no pressure, but the option's there. But anyways, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, my name is Royce, and I will catch you later. That wasn't good. That wasn't good. But I'm going to keep it because I don't feel like doing another one. Perfect.